Good evening.
Vladimir Vladimirovich, hello, Prince. Now, first of all, well, the state visit to Kazakhstan is ending. You were met everywhere at the highest level. In the end, how do you assess the prospects for cooperation? Okay.
Kazakhstan, I have said this many times, not only is our ally a reliable partner, but it is very important that Kazakhstan is developing successfully under the leadership of President Tokayev Kasenkevich, demonstrating stable growth, very stable and reliable. The socio-political button in the country is stable, which is very important for planning work in the economic sphere. We have substantial investments amounting to $1 billion in the economy. Kazakhstan's trade turnover has reached 30 billion and continues to grow. Traditionally, the areas of our cooperation have developed. This is space and energy. This is already these days high technology. Now, on energy projects, it is possible to expand cooperation in the field of nuclear energy, since we are already working together.
Kazakhstan, the world's largest uranium producer.
We will actively participate in the fields market in Kazakhstan.
In the sphere.
In the field of industry, we have good prospects, especially in the field of cooperation. One of the problems was, and partly remains, the problem of settlements, but we have already converted over 80% of all settlements into national currencies. And this, of course, facilitates our work in the financial sphere. Well, among other things, our humanitarian ties at the universal human level are very good contact.
Kazakhstan is practically a Russian-speaking country. Well, you will feel it for yourself.
Unfortunately, there are always many people with their own opinions about what and how to do, and with their criticism of the ongoing processes in both Russian and Kazakh society, and not always that. This position is critical. It corresponds to the interests of states, including the Russian state. This is not always beneficial. In my opinion, we should do everything to strengthen our ties, but in no case should we take steps that would destroy our relations, let's say. In energy, we have traditional things here. Nevertheless, we have very large projects in the sphere of transportation of our energy resources in 3 directions through the territory of Kazakhstan.
And here, traditionally, a situation has arisen when in one of the regions of Kazakhstan there is not enough of the same natural gas, but in other territories it is beaten in excess. And we, the suppliers in Kazakhstan, join forces to receive something from Kazakhstan. With a sufficiently large territory of Kazakhstan itself, our large territories are more profitable than developing directly on our territory. So we are natural partners and allies. I assess that we have very good prospects for the future, and yesterday, in an informal atmosphere, we touched Jamel all evening with the president.
During dinner, we discussed these prospects, which I view as highly positive.
Good afternoon, Nikolai Russia. Alexei Golovko, did you say about Cheers? But in Kazakhstan, a referendum was held this October in which the overwhelming majority of citizens voted in favor of construction. As far as I know, the contractor has not yet been selected. Touching on this specific topic in your conversation with Mr. Tokayev, perhaps you somehow highlighted the virtues of Rosatom?
Thank you. Yes, of course. We paid quite a lot of attention to this during the negotiations yesterday,
in a narrow and wide composition.
Kazakhstan, if it will carry out its projects in the field of nuclear energy, then of course, like any customer, has the right to choose the most suitable technological solutions for itself and
financial schemes. I think it is no coincidence that the Russian company Rosatom is the largest I will say this, the largest company of a kind in the world, including in terms of the number of nuclear power plants under construction abroad. What does this have to do with the fact that, as I have repeatedly said, we are not just building a power plant? We usually create an industry in the country that starts this type of activity. We are preparing the staff. We supply the necessary materials, take away the spent fuel, and so on and so forth. It contributes to the development of nuclear science. Indeed, and certainly. The president of Kazakhstan and our Kazakh colleagues are friends. Such activities are familiar to them. They are not starting from scratch. Repeating, we even have enterprises. They have a uranium mining enterprise to work in this area. They are perfectly aware of what they want, what they are willing to pay for it, and what they want to get. Therefore, we have such a very professional conversation if there is a need and desire among our partners, in this case in Kazakhstan. Apply something detailed. Solutions, including technological solutions of three parties. Inviting their experts to collaborate is also feasible, and Rosatom has extensive experience cooperating with international partners. This matter was addressed yesterday, though the final decision rests with the client. I believe that. Our cooperation with Kazakhstan in this area is very possible. But it would be really strange if Kazakhstan, which, as I said, has the largest uranium reserves in the world, did not use it, but only mined it and simply sent the raw materials for export. Thus, the leadership of Kazakhstan and primarily ourselves find it essential. Perhaps it is no coincidence that Rosatom operates in 20 countries or is building 20 facilities abroad. Modern technologies are very, very best in the world to ensure security. This is confirmed, and International Atomic Energy Organization, IAEA. Nikita.
Korsin TV company, NTV, Vladimir Vladimirovich, based on the results of today's summit, how would you assess the state of DKB? The organization is alive or dead. How do you feel about Armenia's absence?
As for the organization of DKB as such, of course, it is not just desirable, it is alive and developing, and all countries that actively participate in the work are interested in maintaining these contacts. Now and in the future, the situation in the world is complex.